Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with another crazy barbecue chicken setup, and today I will showcase my unlimited Seeker setup in Division 2 title update 20. This setup is kinda ridiculous. We can proc basically multiple Seeker Mine sets instantly, gain overcharge damage and survivability at the same time. It's pretty goddamn insane if you think about all the buffs we can gain from this build, and if you love Seeker Mines, this setup is the way to go about this skill. So buckle up, we have a lot to cover here. Welcome to Uncle Butcher channel. If you're new here, hit the like, smash the sub, or leave a hateful comment. It really depends on your preference. But now let's check this setup and just pay attention to my Seeker Mines. I threw my first set. Now I will use my Stinger Hive. Yes, I could throw it a little bit quicker, but nevertheless you will understand the point. Now I got back my Seeker Mines. It's super dope. And the reason is quite simple why I'm using Stinger Hive. First of all, I need to apply status effect. Second of all, Stinger Hive charges has the smallest cooldown in the game except the shield. So this combination, Stinger Hive, Seeker Mines, Seeker Mine Shield are the best one to use in the game. But why I need a Hive? Because I'm using BTSU exotic gloves, and by destroying my Hive, in this case Stinger Hive, you could use Artificial Hive, I will proc my BTSU gloves overcharge. So everything works really well together in this build. But before we continue, quick word with the sponsor Diving.net. If you don't have enough time or good teammates but you still want to have all the best items in your game, then Diving.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. If you will use my promo code RBD, you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all services, any game. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate, drop your comment down below in comment section or contact the operator, and rest will be the history. But now let's get back to this Seeker Mine setup. And like I said at my intro, I think this is the best Seeker Mine build you could put together in the game right now, because you can get your Seekers basically instantly back, and a really dope synergy between your talents and gear. Since we're using BTSU exotic gloves and Stinger Hive, not only we're gonna apply status effect, we're gonna crowd control enemies, also we're gonna proc overcharge by destroying Stinger Hive. And by destroying Stinger Hive, not only we're gonna proc overcharge, but also we will gain extra or additional set of Seekers. So it works really well. But I have to say or warn you all that my gear is not optimized. I run really low on materials right now. I'm making tons and tons of builds, tons of recalibration operations going on. So yeah, I will explain everything you need to know about this build so you will be most efficient in the game. So for specialization, I'm using Technician specialization. We will gain extra skill tier, skill damage, and disrupt grenades. Disrupt grenades are extremely handy against any type of robotics, mini tanks, healing stations, dogs, yada. All that shit will be wiped from the game. And for DPS in this setup, we for DPS in this setup are responsible 2 weapons. Test subject named Assault Rifle with perfect in sync, and of course St. Elmo's Engine Exotic Assault Rifle, which will apply also shock on your enemies, and it has by far one of the best attachments for any exotic weapon in the game, period. This bad boy also looks delicious. Oh, really good skin, and overall one of the best assault rifle in the game, even after title update 20. But competition right now is really tight between Eagle, not capacitor but shield splitter, St. Elmo's, FAMAS. So competition right now is really good. Yeah, but as you see, this weapon slaps hard. For the second weapon, I'm using Test Subject with InSync. Really nice option, because now you have 40% weapon and skill damage buff. Pistol, TDI named pistol with InSync, but you could use Overcharge, Talent, maybe Future Perfection, but I think maybe stick with InSync. If you will be short on ammo, on your pistol, InSync would work really well. For the gear itself, I'm using 4 pieces from Hardwire gear set with skill damage everywhere. You should roll everywhere skill damage. For the chest piece though, I'm using Fenrir's chest piece to gain assault rifle damage and Overwatch talent. Overwatch talent will give me additional skill damage and weapon damage, but most importantly, your teammates as well will receive this buff. So really good talent in solo runs and in team play. But if you want to receive maximum possible DPS for your Seeker Mines, use Wyvern gear with Glass Cannon talent. Wyvern chest piece with Glass Cannon talent. It will give you skill damage and amplified damage buff from Glass Cannon. Yes, you could use China Light for explosive damage buff, but it will not boost your second skill damage. In this case, we are using Stinger Hive, so more beneficial would be to rock Wyvern chest piece with Glass Cannon, and Glass Cannon will boost your status effect damage as well, if you didn't know. Holster, knee pads, mask and backpack, hardware backpack. Hardware backpack is a really must have, because hardware backpack is giving us that short loop, 10-second loop, where we can get our Seeker Mines back. And if you will throw in the mix overcharge, you will get your Seeker Mines as well pretty much instantly back, and you could proc overcharge, I think, in each 60 seconds or 90 seconds. So you have at least 3-4 clusters of Seeker Mines in 1 minute. Nah, I'm lying, man. 7 cluster mines if you have 10-second window between your loop cycle, like 10, 6 seconds. You can proc 1 overcharge. You have 7 Seeker Mine sets you can throw in 1 minute, and overcharge Stinger Hive. Pretty goddamn insane, man. Throw in the mix your Overwatch talent, St. Elmo's engine, exotic assault rifle with all the status effects and InSync. I mean, oh my goodness. Yes, of course you could use in this build shield. Why shield? Because by using your shield and taking away, you will activate cooldown, and shield has really small cooldown when it's taken away, and by putting your shield back, you will proc a hardwired backpack, and you will get your Seeker Mines back. But that means you are dealing less damage, and overall I think it's okay to run shield and Seeker Mine combo, but I think it's better to use this build with BTSU gloves and overcharge option, and with Overwatch. Like I said, you're gonna receive tons of buffs. Try this build.